The SCAMMY Award winner of the week goes to the Miss USA organization. The shit hit the fan. Throughout decades, the organization has been riddled with scandals. But this, we cannot tolerate anymore. Not only did the current Miss USA step down, but Miss Teen USA did as well.
New Jersey!
This morning, the moms of former Miss USA Noelia Voigt and Miss Teen USA Uma Sofia Srivastava speaking out days after their daughters both suddenly resigned, rocking the pageant world.
We could not continue this charade. The girls decided to step down, give their dream of a lifetime, a crown, a national title. Why would two girls decide to give that up?
The beauty queens alleging a very ugly work environment that turned toxic.
The scandal doesn't stop there. The runner-up refused the title as well.
Now that the reigning Miss Teen is stepping down, 19-year-old Stephanie Skinner would be the natural replacement, but she's turning down the crown. How difficult a decision was that? This has been your lifelong dream, and yet you turned it down.
Difficult is an understatement. This was definitely a decision I did not take lightly. However, for me, something that I always will say comes before a crown is character, and my character will always be a priority to me.
What is going on over there? There is a lot of unanswered questions, and we must protect the women in society. And protecting them is starting by believing them. It's time for a change. And for that, we give the SCAMMY Award winner of the week to the Miss USA organization. Guys, there isn't any more time, and the time is up. Start believing women today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SCAMMY Award, where we crown our master of deceit and style. This week's winner, should I say loser, none other than the kingpin of veneer tax.
The consumer investigator Justin Gray is live in Northeast Atlanta after going along with investigators who raided the business. Justin.
These are the 8 felony criminal warrants. Investigators still there at this hour. They called this Operation Toothache, and a deputy district attorney figured out what was going on here by seeing a viral TikTok. Investigators raided what looks like a high-end dental practice in Northeast Atlanta. Check out social media. You see the specialty of A-List Smiles Atlanta, veneers.
It does look reputable, it does look professional, and that's part of the scam.
To his 157,000 Instagram followers, Brandon Dillard promoted himself as Atlanta's top veneer specialist and trainer. But he's not showing off that expensive smile in this booking photo on 8 felony charges, including practicing dentistry and medicine without a license and theft by deception.
That's right, folks. The dental mastermind behind all of the smiles, not mine. Operation was dubbed Operation Toothache. It's not just a bad day at the dentist. District Attorney Fannie Willis has stepped in. Think you can sell people on fake perfection? Well, it looks like the veneer tech is about to be sent to bite the dust.
Investigators were back out here again, pulling evidence out of A1 Smiles Atlanta. We were in court where we learned that prosecutors say that Brandon Dillard was sent a cease and desist letter from the state dental board all the way at the beginning of the year, but allegedly ignored it. And that's when the Fulton County District Attorney stepped in.
I am leaving it in no bond status based on the fact that I believe he will continue to commit these acts.
No bond for Brandon Dillard. We were there in court at the Fulton County Jail as Dillard traded the scrubs of what the Fulton County District Attorney says was his illegal dental practice for a prison jumpsuit.
I do believe he poses a risk, and risk isn't necessarily he's out there with a gun shooting people. Risk is also when you are practicing medicine or dentistry without the proper licenses, things can go horribly wrong.
Steve Brown paid Brandon Dillard $3,000 for those veneers. Her dentist immediately noticed something was wrong at her cleaning.
Like the way it was put on, he just kept asking, who did this? You need to be careful. did he have a dentist certificate? And I was like, no, I don't remember seeing any of that. I should have known.
Prosecutors allege Dillard has made more than $4 million, charging thousands, not just for veneers, but to train others to be veneer specialists or technicians, something that legally does not exist in Georgia.
Very important that we find out who the other technicians are that came in, thought they learned a new trade, and are performing it.
But let's get real for a second. If you're out there trying to hustle your way into shady businesses, watch out. You too could be receiving an 8-count felony indictment. One tooth rattle, wake-up call. So to our SCAMMY Award winner of the week, the kingpin of veneer techs. Congratulations on your award. You too are our porcelain veneer winner. Congratulations. Continue to scammy on. But wait, breaking news. And there's a GoFundMe out there trying to help him with his legal fees.
Oh, Lord. Again. A fucking again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old.
The scamming don't stop. I'm your host, Shannon Balenciaga. Continue to watch more of Culture Couture podcast and stay tuned for our next SCAMMY Award winner.
Is Brandon Dillard a dentist?
Brandon Dillard is not a dentist. He's never been a dentist. And as much as he may want to play one on Instagram, he is not one.
Make sure the tooth fairy don't get your teeth. Oops, I'm sorry. They're veneers.
The internet got people thinking they can turn anything into a hustle. Y'all are buying tooth stuff on Amazon, watching veneer tutorials on YouTube, making up fake titles and printing out fake certificates, calling yourselves veneer techs, and promoting your services on Instagram. I don't know who I'm more mad at, the quote-unquote veneer techs or the people who are soliciting their services. What is wrong with y'all?
Can you believe I was 220 pounds? I was fat. I love the way I look. I'm 168 pounds, and MRSMD gave me my body back, and I'm thankful because I could still be looking like you. I'm your host, Shannon Balenciaga, and I'm here to tell you all the latest scandal and tea when it comes to fraud. Wow. Earlier this year, the scandal broke at the Steve Harvey Morning Show with his co-host, Shirley Strawberry, and her husband was secretly recorded. Not secretly, you knew you was recorded. By officials talking about Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie. Well, God don't like ugly because the tables have turned, and those tables are sitting right dead in front of Shirley.
Investigates nearly $1 million stolen from more than 20 victims, and those are just some of those allegations that a man is facing, including accusations he fraudulently married a popular radio host to get access to more victims.
Our celebrity prosecutor, Fannie Willis, yes, that Fannie, has charged her husband with a RICO charge with a co-defendant, a woman. We don't know who, but we must find out.
He's been conning people from 2009 to 2022.
The Fulton County District Attorney says Ernest Williams was anything but earnest when he allegedly took advantage of multiple victims for financial benefit.
The big picture is that Ernest Williams is a con man.
Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis spoke exclusively with Channel 2 about her decision to seek charges under the Georgia Racketeer Influences and Corrupt Organization Act. Williams was arraigned in court this week after a grand jury indicted him last month.
He would pretend to be a legitimate businessman, but he was stealing from people United States currency, vehicles, and really just taking advantage of people.
The indictment claims Ernest fraudulently married popular radio personality Shirley Strawberry. Strawberry is a co-host on the renowned Steve Harvey Morning Show.
To create this impression of some level of success and use that to scam other people.
Goodies. Well, I just don't understand how people can sit by and sit back while somebody sits in prison and continues to scam them. It is the oldest trick in the book. As somebody who's been in prison, I see it all the time, and it's really sad and pathetic. I think one of the things that we need to change in the criminal justice system is that we need to stop allowing people to go to prison and have communication with people on the streets, because that's how new victims get scammed. But hey, little old me can only tell you we have to make these changes. Certain criminals will never change their stripes, and Ernest Williams is one of them.
Documents claim he knowingly went into the marriage with ulterior motives.
He was married at the time that he married Shirley Strawberry.
Attorneys allege Williams used that marriage to gain access to victims. Over the course of 12 years, documents suggest Williams scanned at least 25 victims out of more than $750,000.
And here on Culture Couture, you get the SCAMMY Award winner of the week. Congratulations, Ernest. Now, lock him up for 25 years. You shall die and come out in a body bag. Keep trying to scam people from the comforts of your jail cell, bitch. Let's talk about the Chase Bank so-called glitch. There's no glitch.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
And mother knows. Baby, that is bank fraud, wire fraud.
What's going on with the Chase Bank glitch, and why is it going to hit some people like a truck? I'm Vivian, your BFF and your favorite Wall Street girly, and I break down finance topics for you. So a couple days ago, there was a system error that allowed people to withdraw large amounts of money from their Chase Bank accounts, money that they didn't have. And this was manifesting as ridiculously long waits outside of Chase, people flexing cash and their Chase debit cards, and folks flaunting comically large bank account balances on social media. But in reality, people were just committing check fraud and documenting it. Step 1, write yourself a check for a ton of money. 2, mobile deposit on the Chase app. And 3, rush to a Chase branch to withdraw that cash before the check ultimately bounces. JP Morgan Chase, the 5th largest bank on earth, obviously patched that malfunction up ASAP, and people are now seeing negative bank balances.
Leave it alone, because, and if you don't believe me, go watch my special on my true crime story on VH1.
A teenage phone prank evolved into stealing millions of dollars, and Shannon was damn near duck walking out of banks.
It was like taking candy from a baby.
Shannon looked dumb good, and she used those looks to her advantage. But while her targets was fooled by her prettiness, the feds definitely weren't.
The most amazing part of my crime is that I always use my beauty to get what I want. Not once did I ever have to use an ID.
Her beauty is undeniable. She used that to get away with a lot of illegal activity. She would put on the Chanel bag and the Dior frames and say, cash this $30,000 check.
I was the couture bank robber.
It was the whole performance and the show.
I was getting funds without having to do anything violently to get it. And you will see, baby, Chase Bank is one of my victims. They're on my case, and I got found guilty of 20 counts of wire, mail, bank fraud. So I do know what I'm talking about over 20 years ago. So leave it alone, because guys, they will come back to you. They're going to get their money back and some. It's not worth it.
Which is going to lead to fees, hits to your credit, and in this case, legal consequences. If you tried to get in on this hustle and still have the cash, I would return it expeditiously. There is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme.
That's how your past can come back to get you. So just be mindful, guys. Mother told you so. Listen, kids, leave the tricks for them. They don't taste good later.
Every morning, I believe in starting fresh, feeling my best from the inside out. With Anaga Luxury Skincare, I Culture Couture podcast.
Breaking news. The Real Housewives of Atlanta has fired Kenya Moore. And our Scammy of the week goes to Bravo and the production company that films Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the reason why here on Culture Couture Podcast is because you fired Kenya Moore when you did not fire Portia Williams when she assaulted Kenya Moore on television.
Know what you're talking about. You ain't saying from that you ain't talking about. And you sitting up here trying to act like you are a dumb call. Shut up. Yeah, you want to hear me?
For years, we have seen you guys mistreat Black women.
What the hell are you doing? I am in there trying to feed the baby, read resumes for a nanny because we're in dire need of one, clearly, and you sunbathing? What are you doing out here anyway? You don't need a tan?
Reality star Nene Leakes is suing the show that made her famous, claiming the Real Housewives of Atlanta fostered and even encouraged racially insensitive and inappropriate behavior. In a lawsuit filed in federal court, Leakes says she complained to executives for years about racist remarks made by fellow housewife Kim Zolciak Biermann, but that nothing was ever done about it. Instead, she says Zolciak Biermann was actually rewarded with her own spin-off show.
He's saying I wouldn't hold a Black baby. That's awful of her to say, Sheree. That's disgusting. I mean, it's evident that I'm not racist. I have people around me of all walks of life, different colors. It doesn't matter. I'm not racist. I don't see color.
And this time, you got it wrong once again. We will be watching you guys. I personally will not be participating in Housewives of Atlanta because I will not sit back and let you guys continue on destroying our culture for ratings. And until you do right by these Black women, nothing you do will be successful.
I promise you, until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble. Don't do it, Miss C. Don't trade places with what I've been through.
And here on Culture Couture Podcast, we wish Kenya Moore, as well as all the other ladies of Housewives of Atlanta, continuous success.